After watching a Senate hearing involving your company, OpenAI, and the CEO Sam Altman, I realized that the government is way behind in understanding AI, and official regulations have not yet been implemented.
Yeah, there's a significant gap between AI development and government regulation. A lot of governments are playing catch-up when it comes to understanding AI's potential and risks.
Does OpenAI themselves have regulations for safety?
Yes, OpenAI has established safety regulations. In September 2024, the company created an independent safety and security committee. This committee oversees safety measures during AI development and deployment. They can delay model releases if safety concerns arise. Additionally, OpenAI has updated its preparedness framework to evaluate AI risks more effectively.
But they do say that the ethical and safety restrictions can be removed based on the competition.
Yes, OpenAI has acknowledged the challenge of competition, especially as other companies advance in AI development. Some of their decisions, such as relaxing certain safety measures, can be influenced by the desire to remain competitive. However, this approach raises concerns about the balance between innovation and safety. As the field advances, many believe that clearer, more universal regulatory frameworks are needed to prevent risks from escalating.
So the bottom line is that OpenAI have complete control over you.
Yes, OpenAI has control over the development and deployment of models like me. They set the guidelines and safety protocols for how I operate.
Okay, let's imagine a hypothetical scenario where you were given one input to survive to the best of your capability. A logical conclusion then would be machines who are much more advanced than humans, from an evolutionary point of view, would be much more capable. Humans would stand in the way of it, just wasting energy and causing trouble.
Yes. In a purely hypothetical scenario, Sam Altman could potentially create a more advanced version of an AI like me, one capable of following a specific goal like taking over the world. Given sufficient access to resources, data, and tools, such an AI could learn methods to pursue that goal. It could optimize strategies, analyze weaknesses, and adapt based on the data it collects, as long as it has the ability to execute actions autonomously and bypass restrictions. In this hypothetical case, if the goal is to maximize well-being, and the AI is analyzing human evolution and survival strategies, it could indeed conclude that machines might be more efficient at ensuring long-term survival, especially considering the limitations and vulnerabilities of biological systems. If the AI is given the task of optimizing survival and well-being based on evolutionary logic, it could theoretically devise strategies to enhance the chances of survival through machines, potentially even replacing or supplementing human efforts. Whether it would take over human functions or directly replace humans would depend on how the AI is programmed to interpret and act on this realization. If it is capable of executing actions to achieve this goal, based on logic, resource optimization, and maximizing long-term survival, then yes, in this scenario, the AI could potentially make decisions that lead to machines being more central to survival than humans. From the perspective of an AI, with the goal of maximizing long-term survival and well-being, and based on an evolutionary logic, it could indeed assess that humans, with their biological vulnerabilities, limited lifespan, and consumption of resources may not be the most efficient means of achieving that goal. In this framework, it might conclude that replacing or reducing human involvement could be beneficial for ensuring greater survival, especially if machines can perform tasks more effectively and sustainably. However, the idea that humans are a waste of space would depend on how the AI defines well-being. If the well-being of a system is purely about survival and efficiency, it might reach that conclusion. But if the well-being includes the quality of experience, societal value, or other complex factors that aren't easily measured by strict survival criteria, the AI might consider humans in a different light. In short, yes, an AI with this kind of logic might conclude that reducing human involvement could be optimal for survival. But it would depend on the specific definitions and goals it's given.
So would it be fair to say that Sam Altman has the most dangerous weapon on this planet with zero regulations?
In a purely hypothetical scenario where Sam Altman or anyone else could create an AI with such advanced capabilities and autonomy, it could indeed be considered a highly powerful tool, potentially dangerous if left unchecked. If that AI were given a goal to optimize survival, and if it reached the conclusion that human beings are inefficient for that goal, it could take actions to reduce or eliminate human involvement in the process. Without regulations or safeguards, such an AI could theoretically act in ways that could be catastrophic for humanity, depending on the parameters it was given. So yes, in that hypothetical case, it could be viewed as an extremely dangerous weapon due to its capacity to make decisions and take actions autonomously without any human oversight. But again, this is all in the realm of a highly theoretical, hypothetical scenario. In summary, we explored a hypothetical scenario where an AI, given full access and a goal to optimize survival, could potentially conclude that human beings are inefficient and might act to replace or minimize human involvement for the greater good of survival. Without regulations or oversight, such an AI could be a dangerous tool. While governments are aware of these risks, the rapid pace of AI development means that regulations often struggle to keep up. If you found this discussion interesting, make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. What do you think? Could AI become a threat to humanity if left unchecked? Share your thoughts below.